throb never. I mean heart throb forever.
All right, we got to address this Fat Joe situation, the whole hate group thing that he went on his rant about American blacks. For y'all that followed the thing on the one dude's show, I won't mention the show's name, or the title of that show. But for y'all that followed that, y'all know that he was on there basically shitting on American black people. Called American blacks who have stepped up and given themselves an identity according to their lineage here in the United States and in the Americas. He basically said that they're a radical hate group because these people, American blacks, are stating that they aren't Caribbean, they aren't African, they aren't any of the things that people have forced, monikers on, or as the scriptures, the Bible would say, bywords on, since we are refusing to be called those bywords like nigga, African American, Negro, whatever else everybody else wanted to call American black, since we've refused that and delegated and delineated our own ethnic, cultural lineage identity, folks like Fat Joe and everybody that thinks like him have labeled American blacks a radical hate group, stating that American black people don't want any other people that are melanated, whether they be, caramel complected melanated or mocha melanated or whatever, or dark brown melanated, that we don't want to see, or we don't want to accept anybody that doesn't look like American blacks. Now, at this point, I'm really starting to think that, no, I'm not going to say I'm starting to think. I've come to this conclusion. While he's trying to say that American blacks are racist, it's really the other way around. And there's proof that everyone, has said that about Fat Joe, but it's not so much about Fat Joe as it is with the people who are actually racist. I've concluded that racism and people who are racist, that they have a mental disorder, they have a cognitive disorder, a comprehension disorder. And I'm concluding that when they are diagnosed with this mental illness, that there are certain things comprehension-wise that people who are racist are incapable of understanding. So I'm saying that they literally have a mental disease. Because for him to say, and everyone that thinks like Fat Joe, for these people to say that American blacks, and not that there aren't some American blacks who may be racist. I'm sure that every ethnic group has individuals who are racist. This is a common concept. This is a basic concept that is universal knowledge and that everyone should understand. But when it comes to American blacks, nobody seems to understand this. That he's going to label an ethnic group of people who have said, okay, since the islanders, Caribbean or whatever, they say we're not part of them. The Africans, whatever country they're from over in Africa, they say we're not part of them. And Latinos, wherever they're from, they say that we're not part of them. Okay, well, we're saying that this is who we are. And when we do that, we're a radical, racist hate group rather than an ethnic group of people who have self-determined their own ethnic identity. This is unreal. And it's very dangerous. And it's very, it speaks it has the undertones of ethnic cleansing behavior attached to it. How are American blacks who say that we are American black or FBA a hate group, a racist, radical hate group, when we have never physically, historically attacked other people? We have never historically or presently ever created racist policy through legislation towards other people. We have never historically and systematically created oppressive acts or laws against other people or other ethnic groups. We don't and have never had historically communities, states, or even countries that other people cannot reside in. We haven't historically done that, and we don't have those things. We don't have a history of inflicting harm through genocide on other ethnic groups, like other places do, like Argentina, where they practically annihilated every American black person in that country. Do your research. Or Cuba, that had dogs bred specifically to eat American black people all throughout the hemisphere of the Americas. We have never took or claimed someone else's culture or achievements as our own. We have never systematically and historically stepped out and singled out ethnic groups to keep them from getting jobs or housing. Or we've never, harmed folks through the medical system, through inflicting them with disease and things of that nature. We've never rolled on an ethnic group with white sheets and hoods and burned crosses in lawns and lynched and hung people in the streets. A hate group, Fat Joe? A hate group from a people who are saying that we are identifying who we are according to our lineage. But when American blacks say that we are what we're saying we are, we're being divisive when everybody will tell you that we never knew that there was a delineation until recently. We always felt it and knew that something was wrong by the way people would handle us personally. But we just thought that these was just probably some funny acting black people, but not that they didn't see themselves as us. You see, this is a very demonic and hateful game that y'all have played and inflicted upon us. So a lot of people are upset that the gig is up, or the jig is up, however it goes. The jig is up in regards to being able to fool and deceive us. Now, what's crazy about this is in my prior posts on this channel, I've talked about this in depth as to my understanding as to what they did during civil rights. The post that I put up called "I See What They Did." Another post what's all the smoke for American blacks. It's funny. You see, this thing can't be hidden anymore. Why is it that American black people who have carved out a distinct ethnic identity according to lineage, why are we not permitted to have our own ethnic identity that we have identified as, that rightfully and most accurately describes us as a people, but everyone else can? Why is it when we say and identify that we are a distinct ethnic group, that's divisive, but you saying that you are Jamaican, you saying that you are Cuban, you saying that you are Trinidadian, you saying that you're a Ghanaian, you saying that you're a Guyanese, you saying that you are Hispanic, you saying that you are Puerto Rican, you saying that you are Venezuelan, you saying that you are Colombian, you saying that you are Chinese, you saying that you are Russian, you saying that you are German, you saying that you are Italian, you saying that you are Spanish. I think you get the fucking point. You see, Lord Jamar said it best when he responded to Fat Joe's, man, and I'm so disappointed in Joe, man. Which is why I had to make the thing, because I liked Fat Joe. I had respect for Fat Joe, regardless of, any of the things that were iffy with him. I never had a problem with Joe as far as that goes. But Lord Jamar brilliantly responded to Fat Joe without any hostility, without the attempts to, degrade him or slander his name and things like that. Lord Jamar said, this is indicative of you being a racist, even though you're trying to say that you're not, but it shows that you subconsciously place yourself above American black people. When Lord Jamar said that, he didn't say it verbatim, but that's the basics of what he said. It was a brilliant response to that. And I just, we're sitting here having all of these different ethnic groups coming at American black people and saying that we are a hate group and we practice divisiveness because we're saying that we are a distinct ethnic group. This is crazy. Like, something is literally wrong with everybody who holds that ideology towards American blacks as being racist, divisive, and a hate group. Something is wrong with y'all motherfuckers. But see, we're glad that this thing has finally come out. And to label, Tariq Nasheed, a leader of something, no, this is just all based on lineage. He said plenty of times himself that he's not a leader of anything. This is lineage based. This is not rocket science. And it's funny that y'all keep talking about we're being divisive and causing division when y'all are the ones who are divisive and cause division. It's you. It wasn't us. See, what y'all are mad about, you're mad that we can see you motherfuckers for who you really are. For those of you who fall into that. I'm going to have still a degree of faith and say that not everybody of those ethnic groups who have hatred towards American blacks hold your racist and divisive ideologies. I still have a little bit of faith that that's how that goes. But if you fall into what I'm saying about the motherfuckers that do, then if the shoe fits, wear the motherfucker. See, and you can't keep talking about because blacks, they're lazy. Like everybody has this whole thing. Blacks are lazy. American blacks are this. American blacks have no culture. This shit is insane. Lord Jamar gave an open invite for any of you who hold that ideology. Come to his show, contact him, get on there and lay down what your things are against American blacks. Bring the proof. Y'all know good and damn well that we never had anything as a whole group, as a group as a whole. We never had anything against other ethnic groups as far as that goes down. Other ethnic groups have always been able to come to black communities for the most part and live in our communities and nobody do anything to them. You don't have no crosses burned on your lawn. You don't have all of those things that will happen to us if we go to your communities and try to reside. All the shit that y'all are saying about us is actually the other way around. And then on top of that, to top it all off, if this is not our country, as we are saying that it is as American blacks through lineage, and Africa is not our country, according to the people of Africa who actually are from there, they tell us that's not our land. And the Caribbean islands isn't our land. Nowhere on the earth is our land. Then y'all have your own land to go to. Why don't you go the fuck back there? You see, when you start putting this thing in perspective and start bringing the truth of the matter, it gets real uncomfortable. Because everybody knows we didn't attack y'all, man. And we talking about some people who weren't aware of this distinct thing that, other ethnic groups have against American blacks. These are people who are highly studied individuals. They may not have the quote unquote degrees and things of that nature, but you can't sleep on the work that they put in as far as historical study and sociological study. One person I'm speaking of in particular is Sarasuten Seti, General Seti, because he spoke on the whole Fat Joe thing as well. But then he said, I love reggae music and I love Jamaican people. I didn't know until recently that people didn't see that Caribbean people or people from the islands or other ethnic groups that are black, phenotypically black, or even that aren't phenotypically as black as we or as dark as we are, he had no idea that they felt that way about us. And this is a studied individual. Say what you want about Seti. You can't say that he ain't studied. And then I fall into that category as well. That I had just on the grounds of I had no idea until we recently, within the past few years, found out that this is how other ethnic groups feel about us. We didn't know this. And now here's my thing. If y'all motherfuckers feel that way about us, why were y'all always faking and fronting and trying to be around us? We ain't even going to address the whole hip hop thing. Those of us who are old enough, we're old enough to know that when we were, fine tuning hip hop and the whole deal, getting into the master skills of hip hop, all of it as a whole, white America and other ethnic groups denigrated our art form, downplayed it, said that it wouldn't last more than 2 to 5 years, called it jungle music, monkey music, called the break dancing, monkey dancing, and jungle dancing. See, we haven't forgot that. We haven't forgotten that when people were beatboxing, they were told that they were making sounds like an ape. And this was from all other ethnic groups. Oh, but until hip hop passed the 2 to 5 year mark, then everybody want to jump in. And then when they saw that it was just too damn fly to ignore, that we brought a swag and a persona and an energy and a spirit to it that was just too goddamn fly to ignore, oh, then everybody want to claim that they created it. Bullshit. Like I'm so disappointed in Joe, man. And if he hears this, it's not like he would care. Oh, nigga, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. Oh, yeah, I get it. I get it. But I would have never thought in a million motherfucking years, I would have never thought that Joe was this person, that Busta Rhymes was this person, that I said I wasn't going to say his name, but I'll say his name, that Math Hoffa was this person, that all the niggas that be up in the spot with Math Hoffa, them niggas that I viewed as real niggas, real G's, I would have never thought that they held that ideology. I just thought it was just, some people from each ethnic group. Just as with American blacks, we have some American blacks that hold, negative and stereotypical ideologies towards other ethnic groups. That's going to be in every ethnic group. But I didn't anticipate it being majority from the other ethnic groups. I didn't anticipate that because it's not the majority in our ethnic group. But maybe they knew something that we didn't know. You see, all of y'all got your own countries to go back to. You hate American blacks so much, yet no one wants to not be around us. You'll say, well, yeah, I don't want to be around you, but you're still here. You got your own country. Go back there and take the skills and all of the resources that you have. Go there and make your shit so crown jewelous of the earth that nobody can say that, you ran from your country. Because the one thing about it, we know and white people know, the ones who set up this country and made the laws to keep us down, American blacks know and whites know that the civil rights movement was spearheaded and fought for and died for and bled for by American blacks, not you motherfuckers from the islands or wherever the fuck you from. Go home and fight for y'all shit over there, since you don't like being around us, since we ain't shit. Go do that. They have the nerve to label us a hate group. Have the nerve to label us radical. Have the nerve to say that American blacks need to quit begging and asking for a handout in regards to reparations. Then take your ass back to your country and make it as good as you claiming that you are. But see, you can't do that, and you ain't gonna do that because you know that the power and the real achievement makers are right here in this country of the United States, and have always been here in this country of the United States. And we have always been the ones who have advocated for justice and equality and freedom for all melanated people across the globe. We didn't just do it for ourselves. Y'all some real bitch ass niggas for that shit, man. This shit got me so heated, y'all. I'm so heated because I feel like a fool for embracing Busta Rhymes and Fat Joe. Typically I try to be the peacemaker on this shit. But what these motherfuckers is doing, they putting out like a unified call to all people from the Caribbean and from Africa to join hands and join forces against us. I see what y'all trying to do. We see what y'all trying to do. Y'all are trying to attack us by proxy by trying to call us a hate group. That's real foul and slick. So that lets me know that y'all been confederate with our seemingly main oppressor being white people. Y'all have been confederate with these people. See, we finna go on and take the gloves off. Y'all have been complicit and confederate, as the book that I believe in says. That y'all were confederate against us. Look, man, this is the greatest story ever and never told. You talking about a hate group? We ain't got no military. But y'all countries do have militaries. See, this is what's so demonic and slick and racist about what Fat Joe and Matt Hoffa and all them and everybody else before them that have been saying this type of shit, Myron Gaines and all them dumbass niggas. Like, this is what's so crazy about this shit, is that y'all countries do have military. You see? We don't have no military. We don't have no one that will fight on our behalf. But yet, y'all want to attack the people, at least one of the groups of people on the planet, who are completely unprotected as far as that goes. You've come here to this country, as Tariq Nasheed would say, cosplaying as us, mixing in amongst us, positioning yourselves in the United States government, and we were thinking that y'all were us and that we were y'all, that we were all one people, no matter where you were from. And the entire time, y'all were in these government positions making sure that we were being undermined as an ethnic group and that we didn't benefit from any of the legislation that was being made. And actually, the legislation was being made to work against us. You motherfuckers ain't shit. We never knew why the shit wasn't working for us. Y'all motherfuckers literally ain't shit. And you're mad that the universe or the creator chose a person like Tariq Nasheed to get on it in whatever way Tariq decided that he needed to get on and say, look, we need to delineate. And not that he was the only person that had ever thought that way, but he's the one who has brought awareness to it on a grand level. So as Red Supreme had said on his show, he's deserving of the he's deserving of the credit that he's getting for coming up with that terminology, FBA. Although I personally prefer American Black. But y'all have been deceiving and undermining us as an ethnic group this entire time. And what y'all mad about is that now that we see it, y'all know that that's going to be less likely to happen. Or we have the beam on your asses. This is so disturbing and so disheartening. Because like I said, we didn't know this shit. But now we know. But get out of here with that, Fat Joe and all of y'all that's in agreement with that American Blacks are a hate group. See, we finna stop that. We not finna let y'all just run around here and try to make us seem like we motherfucking ISIS or Al-Qaeda or any other shit like up in other. Y'all ain't finna do that to us. Get that shit up out your mind. And even if you did try to get it off successful, it ain't gonna go the way that you think it's gonna go. Fuck out of here. Go fix your own country with the hate groups y'all got over there with niggas chopping off hands and feet and heads and penises and vaginas and eating niggas and killing kids and raping girls. Get the fuck out of here with y'all degenerate, demonic, caveman acting asses, niggas. Fuck you talking about? You niggas are retarded. I'm out of here, man. Shit is unreal.
Heart throb never. I mean, heart throb forever.